Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to be talking a little bit about all the things that I plan on making this autumn, winter, into the new year. I thought I'd sit and chat with you about this because it actually helps me decide projects that I'm going to make. Otherwise, I would just be open to every single pattern that is available, and having too much choice is sometimes a bad thing. So in order to do this video, I had to really sit and think about what is it that I need in my wardrobe, what is it that I want to make, you know, things that I want, things that I need, and the fabrics and the patterns that I have. I've come up with a nice little list, so let's talk about it. So it's October and the weather is starting to get pretty miserable, which I absolutely hate, but I do have a few trips coming up on the horizon to warmer climates. First of all, we're going to be going to Portugal. We're going to be doing a road trip, so we'll be driving from the UK across into France, and then across France through Spain into Portugal, where I'll spend a week, and then we're going to do the drive all the way back. So once I get there, I will be doing some fabric shopping. We'll be staying in Porto, which is somewhere I've been before. So if you haven't checked out that video yet, I will put in the link below so you can actually watch where I was in Porto. But most importantly, we will be staying in a new place in Coimbra, which is actually the former capital of Portugal. And I think there are a few fabric stores there, not a lot, but we're going to go and check them out. So I'll be making a video of my adventures there. So before I actually go on that trip, I do want to get this first project done because I actually want to wear it while I'm out there. The weather will be a lot better than what's happening in the UK, although it might rain, it might not. So my first project that I want to make is a trench coat. Now I haven't actually made a trench coat before. I have made other coats, but a trench coat have not yet, despite having having 5 different trench coat patterns. So I think I'd like to actually crack one open and get myself a nice trench coat. So of all the trench coat patterns that I have, the one that I would like to get stuck in first is this one. This is Nomi Pattern 2070. It is a designer collaboration with Beau J'adore. She does quite a few different designs with Nomi, and I think with Simplicity. I really love them. I have most of them. And this trench coat comes in an adult size and a kid size. Now, I made a slight mistake when making this, so please take heed what I'm about to tell you. Normally with the big 4, big 5 companies, there is a larger size range and there is a smaller size range. I would normally get the smaller size range of whatever is in the packet. Now, as you can see on this packet, we have a picture of the adult and the children's size. So naturally, one would assume that both sizes are in the packet. This is wrong. If you ask for the smaller sizes, you will get the children's sizes. And if you ask for the larger size range, you will get the adult sizes. There is no larger and smaller of each of them. It's just the smaller sizes are the kid sizes and the larger sizes are the adults. So I made a mistake thinking they'd both be in the packet and got the smaller sizes, and I only have this kids version. Luckily for me though, I had a look at the measurements to see if I could maybe get away with just making one of the kids sizes of trench coat. It turns out that the largest kid size will fit me because the design ease is actually very generous. The way I found this is at the back of the packet, you have a section here which shows you what the final garment measurements are. So that's what the actual garment measurements will be when you've finished making it. Going by those judgments, I was able to measure myself and give myself an understanding of how loose or how tight the jacket would be once I've made it. And the largest kid size is actually gonna fit perfectly. It might be a little bit of a slimline jacket and not as oversized as I would like, but I really don't want to have to buy another pattern and cut it all out again, because I did that in preparation to make my trench coat. So I don't really want to do that. So I'm gonna have a go and make the largest kid size, and we're gonna make it work. There'll be a few adjustments that I need to do, like making the arms longer and a few things like that, but I think we can figure it out. It'll be a nice challenge. I will be filming the whole journey, so if you're interested to see how that turns out, watch out for my next video. The next thing that is on my list is actually a jumpsuit. I was scrolling through Instagram and one of my sewing friends, Denisha from Classified Life, she makes such good things, love her Instagram. She had this denim jumpsuit with these cutouts and I was obsessed. I was like, oh my God, girl, you look so good. What pattern is that? And she was like, it's this pattern. So I immediately went to go and get it. I'm not sure if I'm gonna make it in denim. I have plenty of other fabrics to make it in, but I'm quite excited to try it. So this is a Mimi G pattern, not a No Me pattern, a Mimi G for simplicity pattern, and the pattern name is 9945. So this pattern is actually two different patterns. So you've got a wide-legged V-neck jumpsuit with cutouts on the side, and the back is got like a little strip and it's like got a little backless section. So nice. It is quite summery though, and I'm making it for a reason. End of November, I am going on another trip to Argentina. We're going to be spending 10 days in Buenos Aires, and because it's in the southern hemisphere, they're actually going to be creeping into summer. So the weather is actually going to be much, much warmer than what will be going on in November/December in the UK. It's going to be freezing here. We are escaping the cold and we're going to go to the other side of the world where they're just bouncing into summer. So having a fun little jumpsuit, and also there is a dress version here. So it's got the same top with the cutouts, but it's a skirt bottom. So making maybe one of each to, you know, have something to wear out to dinner or just out during the day. Absolutely. So I'm quite excited to make this. I did speak to Denisha and she did give me a few tips on fitting sizes. So I'll be able to kind of make a few adjustments so that it fits me perfectly. But I am very excited to make this. What fabric I'm going to use, I'm not sure. Probably something lightweight. I've got some really nice linens and I've got some really nice cottons. So we'll see what we can come up with. So the next couple of outfits is actually a full outfit that I saw on Helper Sew, which is a Russian sewing pattern website, one of my actual favorites of all the sewing pattern websites. I was just browsing on there like a long time ago and I saw like an entire set and I thought, you know what, I like that whole outfit. So I'm gonna make that whole outfit. It's definitely autumn themed, so I figured it would be appropriate for this time of the year. So the dress that I want to make is the Corey dress, which is basically a shift dress. I have made a dress like this before. A year or maybe 2 years ago, I made a shift dress out of a faux leather. It's very much like that, but I just wanted to make this one in particular. I'm not really sure why. I just really, really liked how it looked on the model. And then the shirt underneath it is called the Suvari shirt, which is actually a cropped shirt, but I kind of love that too. So love the whole outfit. There is a third thing that goes with that outfit. The outfit also has a jacket as well. And I do have the pattern for the jacket and I will make it. I do want to make this skirt and shirt combo first. So looking at this outfit, I thought this is very autumn appropriate and also something that I think I would enjoy and like to wear. And it can be made in so many different fabrics that I could probably make a couple of these. So we're gonna have a go, not just at the dress and the shirt, but we're also going to make the boots as well, because now I've got the skills to make shoes. I can make full outfits now, so why not? Well, the boots I don't have a pattern for. I do have my membership to I Can Make Shoes. I've made a pair of ankle boots before, so I think I'm definitely going to have a go and make myself a pair of knee-high boots. Now, if you've been following me on my Instagram, which I really hope you have, if you haven't, here is my Instagram. I did attempt to make a pair of boots a little while ago and I failed miserably. I got really, really far, but I only ended up like kind of half finishing one boot before I damaged the outside of the boot and I didn't have any more of the leather to make some new ones. So I've abandoned that project for now. I am going to see if I can get more of that same fabric because I actually kind of love the boot. I will show you in a second. But if I can't find any more of that fabric, then I'll probably do it in another fabric. But I just need a little bit of a break because I made so many different mistakes because I was basically just winging it. I was trying to create create something from scratch. And now that I know what I did wrong, the fact that the leather that I used didn't really stretch how I would like it to, I think going in there again, I could make better choices and still get the result I was looking for. Let me quickly show you the boot. Those of you that follow me on Instagram would have seen all of my woes in real time. So this was my creation. It is a beautiful croc gold cowboy boot. I started off making a knee-high boot, and I basically didn't really want a seam going up the middle, which is what the course teaches you. In order to do that though, you have to do like many different techniques that I am not qualified to do, but I had to go anyway. Didn't really work, so then I had to pivot. I found a cowboy boot pattern to try and make it work. The thing is, with this leather, it doesn't stretch very well. So trying to get it to be smooth and go across this curve here was a little bit of a nightmare. And then when I thought I'd managed to do it, I then scuffed it right at the front of the shoe. So there's a big black line going across, ruined my shoe. I have no more of this leather, which means I need to go out and find some more. So I have to go back to my leather supplier to see if they've got any more of this. If they do, we will do it again and I will film the whole thing. If not, we will have to abandon this project and try again in a different leather. Although I don't know what to do with this. Like, this still looks like a perfect shoe. Maybe I'll turn it into a handbag. Maybe I'll put a zip on that and it can be a boot-shaped handbag, which would be really weird, but also I kind of like that idea. Speaking of handbags, the next thing that I would like to make this autumn is a handbag. I've been really liking the whole crescent moon shape bag shape. I find that you can fit quite a lot in there, even in the small ones. You can fit a fair bit and you can make them in all different kinds of fabrics, including leather. Now, I also like the Bottega Veneta bags in the weave. I'm not sure how you say it, so I'll just pop it down here, but it's basically woven. And I did a little bit of research and saw that there are two different ways that you can get that woven look with leather. The first one is to have lots and lots of strips and to actually hand weave and clip it in place yourself, which feels very, very authentic, but also very, very time consuming depending on how large or small you have the strips. I think the thicker the strips, the easier it is. But if you want a really, really small weave, then you're going to have to cut hundreds of these tiny strips and then weave them all together, which could drive me crazy. We'll see. The other way I saw online is basically having a flat piece of leather and you cut little slits in like a little grid formation. Then you cut some strips, you weave it in between the flat piece of leather, which seems slightly easier. So I think part of what I'm gonna do is try a sample of both, see which one I like better, make that in a big piece of leather and then use that piece of leather that I've woven and make a handbag with it. So I will be making a video of that whole process because I haven't tried it. I have no idea whether it's going to work and I have no idea what the different leathers that I have, how they will react to that. So we will find out together, but I'm quite excited to make my own like version of a crescent bag in the Bottega Veneta style. And if I have anything left over, I can also, again, make a pair of shoes or add it as a panel into some other item of clothing. So I think once I've got the weave down, it can be really, really versatile and I can use it in so many different things. So quite excited to try that, but I'll be doing that once I get back from my trip to Portugal. And finally, I want to make a winter coat. So I know I started with a coat, but we started with a trench coat, which is a little bit lighter. And now the last thing that I want to be able to make is actually like a big winter coat. Now, I pretty much say this every single year, and every single year I find a reason to not make one, whether it's because I just don't have the time, I got distracted and made something else. This year we will not be getting distracted. So I do want to make a winter coat, slightly oversized, possibly double-breasted. Basically, much like the Max Mara Icon coat, there are two different versions, one that's kind of like a dressing gown that you just have a tie and one that's got buttons, and I really like the button one, something that you can just throw over almost anything, It's pretty classic. So I think this is the year that I'm actually finally going to make one. So that's what we're planning to do. I have a lot of patterns that will work for that, but I think the one that I'm going to use is the Vicky So's Martina coat. It's long, oversized, it's got the double breast buttons, deep pockets, and it also has a tie. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'll have a look at my other patterns, but basically that one's going to give me the best looking version of what I want. In terms of fabrics, I do not know what fabric I'm going to use for that, so I will be looking through my stash, and I'll also look through my sample stash. So I've got all my samples that I've taken from different places, because maybe I'll find something suitable there. But if I find something when I'm out in Portugal, then maybe I'll pick something up there. And if I don't, maybe I'll find something when I'm out in Buenos Aires, and then I can wear it in January, February, March. So those are my sewing plans. It's basically 8 pieces, which I feel like 8 pieces over the next 3 to 4 months is not too bad, actually. I know that just before I go to Buenos Aires, I'll probably have a mad dash to make a few more summery type clothing. But for the most part, those are the things that I want to make so that I can wear them here in the UK. And yeah, I'm quite excited actually to like make and wear all of those. I will of course be filming videos for most of them, probably not all of them, but for the most part I will try to film a little video so you can see how I'm getting on. But if you do want to follow and see what I'm doing in real time, I mostly update on Instagram. I think I've got a pretty solid list for the end of the year and the beginning of next year. So with that in mind, thank you very much for watching to the end of the video. If you enjoyed this video, hit that thumbs up button. Let me know what you think in the comments. What are you guys making? I'd love to know what patterns you guys thinking of making. If you have any fabric suggestions for any of the patterns that I'm gonna make, please put them in the comments below. I will be reading them. And if you haven't already, then subscribe. Make sure you hit that bell notification so you know when I post another video. And I will see you in the next one, which will probably be my trench coat video, which I'm about to start right now.